Are you a garment or a home furnishings manufacturer who is confused whether Ikat is a printing technique or a weave or a name of a dyeing process? If yes, then do watch out this video for more clarity. Hello, this is Tushar from Charu Creation Pvt Ltd, a fashion fabric company at Nehru Place, New Delhi. So friends, Ikat is a dyeing technique used to pattern textiles that employs resist dyeing, a type of dyeing, on the yarns prior to dyeing and weaving the fabric. In very simple words, yarns are first dyed and then woven into a fabric. In Ikat, the resist is formed by binding individual yarns or bundles of yarns with a tight wrapping applied in the desired pattern. The yarns are then dyed. The bindings may then be altered to create a new pattern, and the yarns could be dyed again with another color. This process may be repeated multiple times to produce elaborated multicolored patterns. When the dyeing is finished, all the bindings are removed and the yarns are woven into cloth. In other resist dyeing techniques such as tie-dye and batik, the resist is applied to the woven cloth, whereas in Ikat, the resist is applied to the yarns before they are woven into cloth. Because the surface design is created in the yarns rather than on the finished cloth, in Ikat both fabric faces are patterned. A characteristic of Ikat textiles is an apparent blurriness to the design. The blurriness is a result of the extreme difficulty the weaver has lining up the dyed yarns so that the pattern comes out perfectly in the finished cloth. The blurriness can be reduced by using finer yarns or by the skill of the craftsperson. Ikats with little blurriness, multiple colors and complicated patterns are more difficult to create and therefore often more expensive. Ikat is broadly categorized into two types: single Ikat and double Ikat. Single Ikat is further subcategorized into two types: warp Ikat and weft Ikat. In warp Ikat, it is only the warp yarns that are dyed using the Ikat technique, the resist dyeing technique. The weft yarns are generally bleached or they are dyed with a solid color. The Ikat pattern is clearly visible in the warp yarns wound onto the loom even before the weft is woven in. The majority of the Ikat fabric available in the market is warp Ikat. Then comes weft Ikat. In weft Ikat, it is the weaving of weft yarn that carries the dyed patterns. The weft yarns are dyed using the Ikat technique, the resist dyeing technique. Therefore, the pattern only appears as the weaving proceeds. Weft Ikats are much slower to weave than warp Ikat because the weft yarns must be very carefully adjusted after each passing of the shuttle to maintain the clarity of the design. Then comes double Ikat. Double Ikat is a technique in which both warp and the weft are resist dyed prior to weaving. Obviously, it is the most difficult to make and the most expensive. Double Ikat is only produced in 3 countries: India, Japan and Indonesia. The double Ikat made in Patan, Gujarat in India is the most complicated. Called patola, it is made using fine silk yarns and many colors. It may be patterned with a small motif that is repeated many times across the length of a 6-meter sari. Sometimes the Patan double Ikat is pictorial with no repeats across its length. That is, each small design element in each color was individually tied in the warp and weft yarns. It's an extraordinary achievement in the textile arts. Pochampalli sari, a variety from a small village in Nalgonda district, Andhra Pradesh, India, is another fine example of double Ikat. Ikat fabric can be made with any textile fiber that takes well to dye. Common traditional Ikat materials include cotton and silk. Friends, to view our collection of Ikat fabrics, you may click on the link below. Friends, I hope that garments made out of our fabric collection would help you to win orders from your respective buyers and strengthen your business in these challenging times. For any inquiry regarding fabrics, you may call us at +91 9971110620 or simply email us at charu@charu.org.in. If you find this information useful, please subscribe to this YouTube channel to get more useful information. Thanks a lot.